It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions.
It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
And off we go from Las Vegas. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Here we go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's got dropped. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. That's good for Las Vegas. On play action, here's Tua. Completes it to the fullback hand. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4-4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Troy Hendrickson, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Tua now, third and goal. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have.
Down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll run again with Harris. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Now Tua. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it at around the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Rodgers now to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. That's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Third and about 5. Tua going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And he'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Tua sets up to pass it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Raiders pick it up, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are once again back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Juwan Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We start with a couple of teams right on top of one another geographically. Kansas City heading south to take on Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head over to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Kenny Pickett, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And even though they've got the lead.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, after the loss on first down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, It worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2 is thrown into the hands of Pitts here. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Blue check, opposite, green, check white.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Duggar just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
York now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. They call that a punt, 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Rodgers. Finding Waddle, crossing the field and bringing it in. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to solve.
The ability of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor in this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
2 and now on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one.
And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Open man is Hill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Waddle able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now, after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Brevin Jordan from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for it. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Tua now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Tua to throw again. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Pitts with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And now they're in the hurry-up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Love the effort, love the dramatics, getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. Looking to pass. Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
taken at the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. On the move past the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock go in the football game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.